Christina, you said you wanted something to share about
Yeah.
an
You
experience you had.
can share that picture that you took. So I'll go ahead and start talking. Um, Friday afternoon, late afternoon, I was in the garden, and as soon as I came inside, my eyelids started stinging a little bit, like just a mild stinging. And I'm like, huh, what is that? And I'd rub it and then it stings some more. And I'm like, okay. So I go in the bathroom and there's a little tiny swelling and a little tiny pinpoint in the middle of it. I'm like, oh boy, something stung me. I have no idea what it was. So I immediately got plantain, chewed it up, put it on there, and thinking, oh, it's all good. Well, I go back about 30 minutes later, look in the mirror, and it's getting real puffy. And I'm like, oh, okay, guess it's not real good. Well, by that evening, it was swollen so much, my right eye, that I could only open it about 15%. Well, by the next day, it was swollen shut.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we go.
ooh, yeah.
So I have a pretty high allergic reaction to stuff. I always have. It's a lot better than it used to be, honestly. But I still, when I get stung or have poison ivy, like so real inflammatory responses like that, I have a hard time treating it myself. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest here. So, I have to employ all kinds of additional things to put the patch over my eye. Evie kept saying, "You gotta go get a pirate patch. You gotta get a pirate patch." So, one of the things that happens when you don't have vision in your eye, or you only have like a partial ability to open the eye, is that the eye that's covered or partially covered tries to compensate and you end up getting a lot of eye strain. Plus, you lose your depth perception, and you start having a lot of like almost like pain and neurological discomfort. So it was really, my eye was getting really, really strained and uncomfortable. And we figured there's got to be something to help adjust with the drainage, because if I leaned forward or when I was walking, you could feel the fluid swelling in there, like sloshing around, like boom, 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 with every step. It was strangest thing. So Bill had me working on the Chapman's points for the eye, which are actually on the outside of the deltoid here. And it was only at the very top, because it's actually like the spot that they show on the charts is about this big, but it was only at the very top of that spot that I found a spot. And that helped. I worked with some other stuff around the eye, but like doing module 45, really did make a difference. Like, and it definitely helped the strain of my eye. And so that made it more comfortable. And it did actually start helping it drain as well. So, yay. I use pain pattern interrupts for something totally unrelated to knee pain.
How's that?
That's great. So today it's a lot better. I still
Look
look a
at.
little teary eyed. All right, stop screen sharing so I can show my today eye here.
Hold on a second. I gotta screenshot this.
Bill's having too much fun. Evie's gonna love that.
Okay. Show him your good eye now.
So today I still have some drooping and swelling down here, a little bit in the margins, but it's so I look a little tired, or I've got big Greek eyes anyway, which droop naturally. So some people don't even notice anything, but yeah, it's so much better. And this, yeah, it was an experience. The remedies did help. Like I didn't have any pain. It took that away. It's just the swelling was not relenting for me as well as I was hoping for, but it worked great
So
overall. It resolved quickly.
I think we talked about this briefly. There it is. Okay. So, just in case for reference, whenever there's a swelling issue or an inflammation issue, Chapman's reflex points, for conjunctivitis. So these are Chapman's points for out of the way for the eyes. Right there. This is going to be both on the left side and the right side, so kind of right behind the ear.
Mm-hmm.
Sore points back there, right at the base of the skull. It would probably be on the skull.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So,
This
and
is
this is why the Chapman's points are so valuable, because it ties in with the lymphatic system. Bee sting or sting, whatever it is, irritation, food allergy, whatever we're dealing with, there is a tension pattern the physical body takes on that causes the lymphatic system to back up. Swelling takes place, in this case, the eye. So we would begin to address the Chapman's points in the back of the base of the skull, just behind the ears on both sides.
it's funny. I didn't even think to look on the posterior chart. I just did like the anterior.
Sure.
And so I'm just pushing on this one because I found one spot that was like kind of tender, and my eye feels like it's relaxing and opening up.
Yeah. So, and this is the
That's amazing.
anterior points, because all Chapman's points have a posterior and an anterior spot.
I forget about that all the time.
So we have the eyes that are going to be on the outside of the deltoid, and we start addressing those on the outside of the deltoid for the anterior or the front of the body. And we also address the ones at the base of the skull just behind the ears on the posterior side, which is the back of the body. And we balance the pelvis, because the pelvis is the pump of the entire lymphatic system. So we address it for the specific spot in the front and the back. And then we go to balance the pelvis, which is the pump of the lymphatic system. So now when you're getting up and down and you're moving around or rolling over in bed or whatever that is, that pump is working properly. And that allows for any swelling to start getting flushed out, because it has the ability to flush out. And
Wow.
drinking more water. So
I've been very thirsty through this whole thing. Like that was peculiar. Like to it definitely ramped up. And I cannot believe how much like the whole orbital, everything like from here around is relaxing. My field of vision is like opening more.
yeah. So
I'm gonna be doing this one more often on both sides because I was even diagnosed with glaucoma, like very mild, like beginning stage glaucoma last August. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's kind of like taking pressure off and like my field of vision's increased because glaucoma like shrinks your field of vision. You lose your peripheral vision.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks.
Anyhow, yeah. So you look at, and these are, we have these cheat sheets, the chiropractic chart, the Chapman's reflex points chart, and the concepts of taking the body to a physical position of comfort, and then see what happens. And we've talked about this a lot before. You add on the homeopathy element to it, and it's like, what can't the body heal?
Yeah.